Hi, I'm Kenneth L. Zuber, founder of the Helios Institute. We've made this little DVD especially for the Distracted Driving Summit. With it, we hope to help in achieving maximally effective countermeasures to distracted driver inattention by exploring its roots. Hello? Can't talk now. Bye-bye. These are not the problem. The distractions do not cause the inattention. Rather, habitual driver inattention invites distractions. We choose these distractions. They are not unavoidable, like a bee in the car, or necessary, like searching for a parking space. They're optional. We have to choose to send a text message while driving. But why do we text while driving? We don't text while playing basketball or swimming. Yet driving has been called the most complex psychomotor activity. The truth is that we greatly oversimplify our mental image of driving, because driving does seem so full of gaps, places where paying careful attention seems a waste of time. Let's demonstrate that right now with a short imaginary car ride. Say we're leaving the house in the morning. We enter the car, buckle up, start the engine, and check all around the car. We shift to reverse and back up the driveway. At the end, we yield to any nearby pedestrians or vehicles. Finally, we finish backing out, stop, shift to drive, recheck traffic, and move off down the street. All of that requires quite a bit of driver control activity. It is obviously driving. But next, as we cruise down our street to the stop sign at the corner, everything is harmoniously peaceful, dull. All we really need to do is hold on to the steering wheel and keep one foot on the gas pedal. Time off. As we approach that stop sign, there is once again quite a bit of driving to do. Look all around and at the mirror, crank the wheel and push some pedals to stop, turn right, and accelerate. Following this, however, once again, is another easy ride down to the traffic signal half a mile away. More apparent time off. Until we reach the red light and have to go through the whole stopping and starting routine again. And so it goes. Much of the time, driving seems to require very little attention. And so, much of the time, drivers pay very little attention. It becomes habitual and comfortable. Nature abhors a vacuum and rushes to fill it. Most drivers seem to be pretty natural beings, and they naturally begin to fill their apparently free time with distractions. Yes, I know. That's not the answer to the problem, but it is the reason for it. We can begin to attack the problem, though, by suggesting an alternative to the minimally informed style of driving we accept as the standard. Let's demonstrate with a real car ride. This is Dave Zach. He is the Director of Training at Adams School of Driving. Over the past 26 years, Dave has helped train all types of drivers: beginning drivers, teens, adults, truck drivers, van pool drivers, and driving instructors, both in the classroom and behind the wheel. He'll be doing the driving for us. Here, Dave, take the wheel.
Thanks, Ken. Okay, we have a green light up ahead here. Pedestrian walking on the left. The intersection looks open, the right and left side. There's no one behind us. There's a vehicle in that driveway on the right-hand side and on the left. Speed limit is 25. There is a couple of pedestrians walking on that right-hand side there, coming toward the sidewalk. Two parked vehicles here we'll watch for. Along with those pedestrians, we'll recheck, make sure they do see us here. Intersection looks good. Van moved over to the right and parked. We'll watch for those doors opening. Pedestrian and biker on left and right side of the street. Brake lights plus the red light up here. And as we're slowing down, we'll check in our mirror. There is someone behind us. So as we're waiting here, we do see a vehicle coming toward us that's about to turn left. See a biker way up ahead. I get a chance to see on the top of this vehicle here. It's a little low to the ground. A couple parked cars up there. I'm going to check the intersection. This vehicle seems to be staying in place. Biker on the right. Two parked vehicles on the right. Got vehicles still behind us. Got a hill coming up. Intersection on left and right. Parked cars again, we rechecked. Speed limit is 30. Got a speed zone ahead of 20 coming up. There's a green light way ahead. There's that biker again, along with some pedestrians. Also on the left side, there's a pedestrian in that big parking lot on the left. I don't see any activity or movement in there right now, but we'll keep checking that as we get a little further up. Same with this biker. Keep rechecking their position. Intersection looks good. Vehicle still behind us. We're going right at 30 miles an hour. Parked car on the right. Van pulling out on the right-hand side. Car in driveway. Parking lots on the left side, and where that van is on the right, there's another parking lot up there. Pedestrian walking on the left. Another one in a purple shirt up there. The vehicle behind is going to be passing me on my right, so I'm checking my right-hand side. Red light way ahead.
There were no gaps, no inattention. Dave was simply driving full time, the way we are always told to do. He didn't just follow the car ahead or maintain his lane and wait for traffic events to reveal themselves. He actively gathered relevant information. When we watch TV, all we have to do is look straight ahead at the screen. Everything we need to know to understand the program will be presented clearly and at exactly the right time. But driving is not TV. In driving, everything just happens, in random order and in random places. It is up to us to see it all and make sense of it so we can correctly guide the course of our vehicle. Drive it. The way we do that, the way Dave gets all that information, is to scan properly.
We've pulled over to illustrate a good scanning technique. We want to see everything from the buildings on one side to the buildings on the other side, and at least 1 or 2 blocks ahead. Certain things will immediately attract your attention, like the Statue of Liberty and the area around it, this SUV, and the view straight down the street as far as you can see. We'll also check the intersections and the areas off to both sides of the street.
This scanning technique stays the same no matter where we drive. Side streets, suburban streets, congested urban areas, wide open farmlands, the mountains, the interstates, parking lots, everywhere. Often there will be places where nothing much is happening, apparent gaps. But, and this is crucial, we must not ignore those apparent gaps. We are doing reconnaissance, gathering intelligence so that we can drive safely, efficiently, and comfortably. The more drivers are taught, expected, and strive to be aware of their surroundings all the time, the more they'll notice moments of inattention, and they'll feel insecure. They'll tend more and more to reject distractions because their guts will tell them in no uncertain terms that they are diminishing their control, their pleasure, their safety, and their image as excellent drivers. If drivers do not learn and expect to scan and drive full time, they will ignore and resent distracted driving laws. And they will continue to ignore the standard grotesque emotional appeals to drive safely. Finally, there are many, many points not covered in this DVD. But I love to talk about driving. Contact me.